Welcome back. What do Maluma, Nina Parker, Olivia Copo, and Sophia Richie all have in common? Our next guest. Designer and businesswoman Hilda Batayneh is the mind behind some of the most popular fashion collaborations and collections today. Her genius can be seen in stores across the world, and she joins us now to share her story of success and fashion, darling. Hilda, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
It's wonderful to have you here. I'm loving that pop of color. You are singing my spring song. That lime green is everything, but I'm not surprised.
Well, honestly, we've had such dismal weather in New York for the past couple of weeks. The sun finally came out, so I had to bring the sunshine to this.
Hey, you are bringing the sunshine to the Sunshine State. Wow, is all I have to say. You are a first-generation Arab American Midwest girl growing up in Michigan, and you have this passion for fashion. I'm bad with the puns, but seriously, passion for fashion that has created some of the most incredible brands with some of the biggest names in entertainment. How did you forge your own path?
My story is, extensive like everyone else's. We all have layers and we all have chapters in our life. But one thing that really forged this path for me was I was actually on a pre-med career path in college. And growing up in Michigan, it was like doctor, lawyer, engineer. Those were the professions we heard about. We didn't know fashion could be, a career path that was, lucrative. We knew nothing about it. But I always loved fashion, obsessed with it since I was a kid. I didn't actually ever want toys. I wanted clothes. I read a quote and it said, choose a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life. And so it kind of set me back for a minute and it made me think, do I love medicine? Do I want to continue this path? Or am I just getting great grades in my science classes? And is that truly my passion? So, I had to say, what do I love? I love clothes. I love fashion. So I took a step back. I graduated from Michigan and then I applied to Parsons. And really, that's where my, journey began in fashion in New York City.
I think that when you saw that saying from Confucius, right?
Yeah.
That was divine intervention, Hilda, really, because you took a chance and you really believed in, with the conviction you had of the passion that you have. Here we are in 2011, you created Reunited. And then the rest is history. Your first collaboration, the lovely Olivia Copo.
Olivia's one of the stories of like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Her manager, Nikki Bohannon, who's become a very close friend after all these years, she said, I got this email. I don't open every single email. I opened that email and I was like, something's telling me to open this email, reply, meet you. And so we met, honestly, virtually before virtual was a thing, because we were in New York, they were in LA. And we just clicked and it was great chemistry. And from there, the relationship began and it went on for years and it continues to go on and it continues to evolve itself. We even did a collaboration with her and her sisters in 2020, which was really great. So, it's just great meeting people who will continue and take the journey with you. So it was a great starting point to this collaboration world that I, have now collaborated with over 15 influencers, celebrities.
Right. You are dominating in the collaborative space. Olivia Copo, Nina Parker, who spoke to what you just said when we had her on the show, that you swing for the fences. You told, Nina was like, Hilda said, we're going to go to Macy's. And Nina said, should we start with these corner stores? And you're like, no, we dream big, we aim big. And that's why you have such a big return on your investment. Speaking of aiming big, Maluma, international Latin music superstar and actor, handpicked you to conceptualize and create his new royalty line for men and women at Macy's. What was it like working with a person who is a creative force in his own right? Tell us about that experience, because that too is a match made in fashion heaven.
For me, it was a big challenge in my career, because here you have this international star who is, huge all over the world, who's a style icon amongst all the other things that he does. And I had to say, how am I going to bring his vision to life? So I study people, I study their fashion, I look at them from afar. It's really about getting to know the person and know what they love, know what they don't love, know what they feel good in, know what energizes them. So really our first meeting was getting to know each other. We brought the two teams, or actually the three teams together, Reunited, Macy's, and Maluma's team. And, we played a game called Love It or List at our first meeting. And I just brought out imagery, prints, colors, vintage, like we brought everything to the table. And I said, we're going to play a game of Love It or List It. And we're going to get down to the core of what makes you smile and what energizes you and what gets you excited. So we spent like an hour playing Love It or List It, but it was really fun. It was really great. And it was a great icebreaker to get to know each other, right? So the whole team by the end, and actually Maluma had his dog, Buddha. And I said, when people bring their dogs to meetings, if the dog barks, that means they like it. And he's like, no, Buddha doesn't bark. And I said, okay, well, most people's dog, Buddha started barking when he likes something. So
what is Maluma's stamp of approval?
When he gets up, starts touching the garment and actually wants to put it on. So it doesn't matter if it's a women's coat, a men's coat, if the sample is big, when he puts it on, he literally will put things on, sit in the meeting with it, put another thing on, sit, get up, try it on, grab the scissors, start making, he gets really involved and really hands-on. So that's when we know, okay, he loves it. And he says he loves it.
You said you've been in the fashion business for over 20 years and you've been called a disruptor in fashion. If you could go back 20 years and talk to that young starting out Hilda who may have been trepidatious or wasn't secure or wasn't sure that she would be a success or as successful as she is now, what would you tell her?
Never take no as a no. Take it as an opportunity to redefine what you're looking for and and continue to go after it.
Yeah, you are such a great human. Hilda Batayneh of Reunited Clothing and so much more. It has been so awesome talking with you today on Inside South Florida. All the best and good luck.
Thank you so much for having me.